I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Good to hear with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Call an audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC? Title game.
Ready, 18, Gator.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Topper, topper. Back. Rock it, now.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. General Woods. Get it.
Running with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Hey.
To throw on third down. Peck. The open man is Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on.
61, matchbox, white.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Quick dance. Come. Hey.
A give to Kamara running right. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Hey!
Banjo.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Peck buying time to his left. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's Murray. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Jet bombers.
On second down now. Flanagan. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Protein spill. Look at me. Go up.
On third down, Flanagan. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go, let's go. Get set. Squeeze.
They run. It's Kamara. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
Here we go. Sweetie! Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback!
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Sweetie!
47. Are you getting the headache?
Kill!
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Down! 60 or. You draw portrait.
Check 24.
Gone. Snap.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Come for the son.
Hey, Team 6. Go. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Peck to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it'll be 3rd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Hard. Hey, high 7.
On 3rd down, Peck looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Motion. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
It's great 57.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check. 47. Crunch time, defense.
Here, shift. 81. Here, shift.
He's mine.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Good. 280.
Here I come. Mike's 47.
Kill.
Push him back.
Here, shift.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Watch the screen.
Go.
Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 74.
47's the mic. Watch the run.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Baby, that's a baby shot. 47's the mic, boys. Check.
Throwing his Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 65 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Ready? Hey, Orbit. Go.
He's 59. Mike to 59.
Go.
From the gun, Peck steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Coming to you, coming to you. He's coming.
A first down carry for Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
The throw right sideline here is complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Check 37, check 37. 46 down, man, 5-4.
Right, check, 59. Defense wins championship.
Throwing now is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play's going and being able to make a play on the football.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Out. Go. Go get him.
Looking to throw on second down. Peck dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
Check. Look at me. Zipper.
Operating from the gun. Peck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
To throw on 2nd down. Peck. He completes it to Nelson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
30 base. Small. 59 mark. Check. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Peck. Flushed out right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a gain of 34.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Wide, get wide. Two jet.
Again, it's Henry. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. 280. 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there out of Kamara. 54 yards on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Bravo. Hey, Sam on. Hey. Hit it.
From the gun, Peck. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That one goes for 24 yards. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Blue draw, perfect. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. You ain't doing nothing today. Go.
Again, it's Kamara. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Go. Hey.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the safety car.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did. Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. 74 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 59. Great 15, great 15. 59.
Now Wentz. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Alex Anzalone, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 36, 36. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check the backer, check the backer. Check, 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 check. Switch, switch, switch. Watch safety switch.
The busy night continues for Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's where you belong.
It's a gain of a yard. It's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
59. Check 26, check 26. Hey, Delta. True. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Peck being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Tighten down, tighten down. There you go.
Derrick Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Trey 15, Trey 15.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go.
Kill.
Field. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, check, 59. Let's go.
Wentz now to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call. Ball coming on third down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here we go. Waiting. Sunday.
Come on now. Sponge.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mike's 47.
5-9.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Set. 18 Gators. Hey, Haywood!
59 mark, check.
Go, get!
On first down, Peck. And Thomas has it. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Go out!
Check.
Now! Hey, Alpha! Defense!
Throwing on first down. Peck. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Wentz to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end.